The parish at St. Francis Xavier, I think, has a special opportunity where it is in the city, next to a university, but also sort of at a crossroads in the city. It's on Troost, which is, in a sense, a crossroads, and it always has been. And so it's uniquely positioned to be able to reach out, as Pope Francis says, to the peripheries, to reach people that maybe are not engaged, people that sometimes are overlooked. So I think there's a special opportunity for the parish to serve brothers and sisters that are maybe not being addressed or even have been forgotten about.
And so what initially drew me to St. Francis Xavier was the Jesuit identity of the parish. What keeps me at St. Francis Xavier is absolutely the Jesuit identity of the parish, but how that's embodied. And it's embodied in a way that is unpretentious, authentic, that's willing to engage the complexities of our faith, the complexities of our worlds. And I see in that a real coherence with the distinctive Jesuit mission.
My hope is that the parish remains faithful to its mission. And its mission is one of accompaniment towards the end for which we've been created. And the needs will change and vary.
Thinking, though, about what keeps us here, I mean, there were many times that we even thought, why are we still Catholic? This is ridiculous. You know, the clerical abuse, other issues going on in the Catholic Church. Why are we still Catholic? And when we tried to imagine our family anywhere else but St. Francis Xavier, we couldn't imagine it. So we said, well, this parish is here in our community. This Jesuit parish is here. We're going to keep coming.
We feel right here, St. Francis Xavier is home for us. It's home to a point where it's like, through the years that we have shared that they have shared their faith with us, I personally feel it. And that's a gift.
We just wanted to attend a church that was open and welcoming. And I also work at Rockhurst. So I'm a professor at Rockhurst University. So I get to see my students, and it's just nice to be a part of a community that really does welcome all.
When you have a parish in such proximity to the university, it strengthens the university, and the university strengthens the parish. We do this together.
And so knowing that there is a Jesuit parish across the street in some ways helps to ensure the sacramental care for both communities as we look to the future.
Jesuit element specifically is really what ultimately draws me back to St. Francis. Just the, social justice values that the church stresses is instrumental, like independent of faith, that's something you can carry with you your entire life.
This is a place where truly they are showing people the way to God through the spiritual exercises. What about walking with the marginalized? Well, just look around, from the food pantry to the garden on the front lawn, to the migrant farmers, to the work with the refugees here. Clearly, this parish is committed and rooted in justice, in a right relationship with God, with others, and with nature. And what about accompanying the youth in a hope-filled future? Well, across the street, the partner at the university, that's what we're about as well. So, 2 plus 2 here gets 22 instead of 4 in that piece. And then lastly, collaborate on our common home, the environment. It's a very, very green parish. From its garden to the way it approaches, really a care, a reverence for the sacred earth that we all occupy together. So I do say that this parish shows, walks, accompanies, and collaborates.
And we continue to present day partnership on RCIA. The parish provides an invaluable service in preparing our students for the sacraments in the Catholic Church. And as we look to the future, just real alignment between the parish and the university and our universal apostolic preference commitments, opportunities for deepening collaboration with between social ministries of the two. The parish has been instrumental in assisting the university in establishing our new food pantry, which would not have happened without the parish. So just a lot of gift and a lot of opportunity as we look to the future.
I think that's what makes our partnership so wonderful and so robust, is we do feel like an opportunity comes up and we can call St. Francis Xavier and say, hey, we have 15 kids coming up. Hey, we have a food distribution that we need a few volunteers for. Hey, we're doing something new with our food distribution. Would you be interested in helping us? And it's such a close relationship, we feel like we can call at any point.
I've always found that parish to be very eager to say, how can we help? So there's a real openness of heart in the parishioners at St. Francis Xavier to play a role in healing. And so I just think the parish has displayed, since I've been here, an openness to really embracing those priorities that I have for the whole diocese.
We have St. Francis Xavier volunteers that come out on Monday nights during the season. During the migrant season, we have every Monday night, starting the first Monday in August to the last Monday in October. We have a big food distribution, hygiene kits, clothing, nurses in the parking lot doing blood pressure, blood sugar, sometimes a dental van there doing extractions or fillings. We have a lot of things going on Monday night, and we need a lot of volunteers. The RIM, Refugees, Immigrant, Migrant group at St. Francis Xavier has already signed up for 3 days for this season. The current coordinator, Sue Robb, calls me and says, we need to get our 3 dates set up. Everybody wants to come. St. Francis Xavier is the only parish or church that we have that comes 3 times during the season. It's not the easiest thing to do. In August, you're working outside when it's 102 degrees on a black asphalt parking lot. It's really hot out there. Of course, the workers have been out in it all day, and we've been in air conditioning all day until this 2 or 3 hours that evening. But they love being there, and they really work hard. They bring a lot of donations to us. They bring them that day that they're volunteering, but they also bring them here to the parking lot in our office in Kansas City. And one thing about St. Francis Xavier is they bring the things we need. We don't end up with things that we have to try to pass on to somebody else because we really can't use this.
This furniture is moving into a house that the Jewish Vocational Services has identified for a Congolese family, a mother and 5 children. We have helped a Nigerian couple before with another member of our parish, and this is the first time that we've worked with Jewish Vocational Services. The contributions from the parishioners has been outstanding, so we're so pleased and so happy about it.
So the relationship that the church has and that connection they have with Rockhurst University. So Rockhurst University students coming, we went to the teach-in with them one year. We learned with them. We went over to the university. We sat, we practiced our advocacy skills. They got to be exposed to these older college students who were also in a next level phase of being people for others. They came to service projects with us, river cleanups, just doing different things with our kids, having that chance to learn and grow from young people as well that were Jesuit educated. And not just Jesuit educated, it's that spirituality.
IFTJ was awesome as well because it was a great coincidence that the theme of IFTJ that year was immigration during the year that we had just done work with, immigration and all of that stuff. So it was great to take the practice of, what we did in El Paso and just kind of convert it back into theory for for IFTJ and to speak to various members of Congress and the Senate, which was, eye-opening in its own right as well, because, we tried our best, but, it's difficult stuff, I think we learned a valuable lesson there, but it was just wonderful to convert it back and to meet with a lot of really like-minded people as well.
I was thinking about the impact of St. Francis Xavier in terms of just beyond this little corridor, this little Troost corridor, and just even our community, and that relationship with Father Raphael down on the border now, and the Encuentro project, and then our kids had a relationship with Manos Amigas in Anapra, Mexico, and Encuentro was able to partner with that, and just seeing, and now that's part of our RIM committee relationship and work, and so I see these tentacles from this parish here in St. Francis extending beyond borders even.
Yeah.
And so that's the people here who are being compelled and motivated and spiritually moved to be able to do that work and to be able to have that reach. And that means a lot to me when I think of that for both us as we continue to age within the church, and our kids continue to come back and see this as home.
We gather people on a Saturday morning, hundreds of folks to walk through one of the Kansas City's most beautiful parks. We've been at Berkeley Park, we've been at Liberty Memorial, we've been at Tice Park for the last couple of years. We do some education around poverty issues because we post some facts along the route. We gather people before and after the event, and Francis Xavier has been a wonderful partner. In fact, won the traveling trophy many times when we were awarding a traveling trophy, and generally has the largest team, the biggest support. You're just, the SF Excellent Walkers are really wonderful team members for us.
I felt a sense of home here, a sense of family. And like my mom, I'm truly grateful to everybody at this church because of what happened with my Aunt Amalia, especially when she passed. We're completely grateful to everybody who stand by our side and guide us and help us with the process of planning her funeral and having a wonderful, blessed funeral that my aunt will be proud of. And I'm so grateful to Anne and Marianne and Sue and everybody in the office, and also being able to help Marianne afterwards with children's liturgy, the word, helping the office with whatever they needed. So.
She's always here whenever she's needed, and consequently, when she's not able to, she asks me, "Can you do it, Mom? Can you do it?" So I'm always tell the people that are over here is like, thank you for inviting me to be of some help over here, because it feels very rewarding, very rewarding. For us, St. Francis Xavier is home.
I'm going to start by talking about maybe St. Francis and why we're here specifically. Marianne McCormick is, to me, she's the backbone of the parish. Like she's been here since before we came, and her faith, her ability to break down what it means to be a Catholic and what it means to be a Jesuit Catholic in simple ways that our kids could understand, and quite frankly, we could understand as well, really kind of made incorporating faith into what we taught our kids much simpler. She was great at giving us that foundation. And then, of course, we have our own passions and involvements and things that we care about that we got our kids involved with, but having that unified front and doing it from a faith perspective. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that are doing social justice work, but not necessarily from a faith perspective. And for us, it's defined by who we are as Christians. Like, they know you're Christians by how you love, like how you operate in the world.
The building itself, the parish, the community, the staff of the parish, they're adjunct professors, if you will, in that whole continuum of that invitation to come to a greater understanding of who you are. To lose that, it's losing part of your staff. It's losing part of your instruction. it's losing part of what you're about. It'd be very sad, and we really would have to examine what do we do without that, and how do we, if we can even substitute for that.
The other aspect of our diocesan vision is certainly to be restored and specifically healed. There's a great deal of healing that needs to happen in our church, certainly from some of the clergy sexual abuse that has happened in the past, but in other ways too. And I've always found that parish to be very eager to say, how can we help? So there's a real openness of heart in the parishioners at St. Francis Xavier to play a role in healing. And so I just think the parish has displayed, since I've been here, an openness to really embracing those priorities that I have for the whole diocese.
Well, I also think that we love the Eucharist. And I feel like St. Francis lives the Eucharist, and you don't just receive it, but it's about being Eucharist, being in communion with others. And so leaving's not really an option. Like, we can't find that anyplace else, really. So yeah, very thankful to have St. Francis.
In a city that is torn by racial strife, in a city that has been stratified by this north-south thoroughfare called Troost, the parish and the university are on both sides of that. In a city that is now, through the Civic Council, through the Chamber of Commerce, through the Mid-America Regional Council, the message of justice, justice, justice is being said and resonating more and more in a city that's looking east. I can think of no better place, literally, than this parish and this university being situated to lean in and to be a place of this message of justice, of what does it mean to be in right relationship with one's higher power, with one's God.